Glenn Greenwald has been aggressively defending the Libs of TikTok account. Now, he might not like that characterization. He has been, at the very least, claiming that Taylor Lorenz's journalism, in which she revealed the identity of the person behind Libs of TikTok, an account that is coordinating with both Republican media outlets and Republican politicians. So it seems obvious that that's inherently newsworthy. But right-wing operatives like Greenwald are attempting to hide the ball and make it about proper journalism standards. When you make it about, is this doxing? Is this good journalism? And that is the debate that's being had. There is less of a focus on the fact that gay kids, trans kids, gay teachers, trans teachers, queer teachers, etc., were being actively doxed themselves, their names, accounts being broadcast on this larger platform in order to call them groomers and pedophiles.
And to literally call for them to be fired
from their jobs. And in the case of kids, bullying children because the person that runs this account has bigoted views towards non-straight people. That is the real conversation. But for Glenn and other right-wingers, they don't want to have that conversation because what they're defending is so reprehensible when you put it in those terms. And so a caller called into Glenn Greenwald's show to dispute.
No, I don't think that's what this is. This is Q Anthony and Glenn, I believe, talking. I think this is
okay.
Q on Colin.
Oh, I apologize. I thought this was his show, but regardless, I don't even know what Colin is. It's that app.
Yeah, it's this app. It might be Glenn's show on Colin. I'm not entirely clear on that. Yeah, it is. He's hosting it.
Okay. So it's on a Colin show. This is Q Anthony who called in to confront Glenn about this.
Yeah, I mean they sometimes have conversations quite regularly because Q is on Rumble or Rumble, I think is the ones, but yeah, I guess Colin too. So yeah, here's them discussing this.
Solidarity that they're telling trans people that their lives are valuable and telling gay people that there's nothing wrong with you. And then this account quote tweets them or takes what they're saying completely out of context, posts shorter snippets and says, this person is a groomer. And then they get fired from their job. I think the public does have a right to know who the fuck this person is and why they're doing it.
We just got done saying that lots of people, including on the left, routinely smear people as Russian agents, as agents of the Kremlin, traitors, as people who are
as Russian agents, agents of the Kremlin. Who are the people in this instance, Glenn? I just want to. Okay, maybe there are a few instances of pro-democratic Twitter accounts calling random individuals in online discourse or random people agents of the Kremlin, Russian agents.
That's bad. So
yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong.
As opposed to this, which is right.
But largely, right. This is just a whataboutism, which is seemingly his only rhetorical tactic at this point. But the larger group of people who are being called Russian assets in this instance that he's referring to in mainstream democratic discourse by, like, say, Rachel Maddow or something, it's you, Glenn, or it's Republican politicians, or it's Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Okay, but those are powerful folks, as opposed to random teachers who they're trying to get fired.
Right.
So, just be clear about the way that he's conflating powerful people who, he says the Democratic elite and the liberal elite are against the little guy. And this is what he's doing. He's blurring the lines between people in politics and regular teachers.
Post shorter snippets and says, this person is a groomer, and then they get fired from their job. I think the public does have a right to know who the fuck this person is and why they're doing it.
We just got done saying that lots of people, including on the left, routinely smear people as Russian agents, as agents of the Kremlin, as traitors, as people who are treasonous.
Except we know that, but Glenn,
me all the time for being a pedophile.
But we know that those accusations are but we know that's demonstrably false. We know that's false, though. That's the thing. I can look at the tweets and see that this person has said that. Like, I know that it's not false. I know that they definitely have put people's lives in danger. I know that they definitely have smeared people as pedophiles that are absolutely not that. I can look at the tweets and see that. But in your case, it is demonstrably false. In the case where people are smeared as Russian collaborators, as agents, that is also demonstrably false.
Or people who are called fascists or racist or misogynist or anything else very, very casually. There's always an argument to make that someone has crossed some sort of rhetorical or argumentative line that makes them fair game to be unmasked.
Pause it. Yeah. This is okay. Go on.
This is what he's doing is conflating what Libs of TikTok is doing by saying, "Look at this teacher; they're a mentally ill groomer." To us saying, like, calling out like Tucker Carlson and calling him a fascist, which is remarkable, and it's also very, very. I mean, Glenn's just completely full of shit on this argument. We talked about the issue we had with the Canary Mission's an anonymity yesterday. It's just like it's a problem now because it's like the right is being caught. Let me find this.
It's also within the context right now of legislation in Florida and in other states that are copying it, meant to target teachers in this way. It is a media arm of a political project, which is not the same as us calling Tucker Carlson a fascist or saying that Glenn capes for fascists, for example.
Yeah, Glenn in 2018 saying, "Look at how disgusting this Canary Mission website is."
Oh yeah, put this up.
The people.
This is 2018, Glenn.
Look at how disgusting this Canary Mission website is. The people who run it are the worst cowards hiding behind anonymity. They publish names of students and professors. They claim they are racist due to Israel criticisms. Now, I'll just say this. The problem I have with that is that it's going after, people who are doing good things. Criticism of Israel, right? Like the issue of like the reason, like there's a difference between people going after, say, a racist professor, or
you're not just critiquing the form, you're critiquing the values of what targeting or what critique of a certain ideology is, because one is hateful and one is righteous. And again, that's another plane of debate that Greenwald and right-wingers can engage in.
Also, like when he talks about all this people uncarefully calling people racist, it's just interesting. Like, I don't know, does Sam owe does he think he owes Sam Harris an apology? Because Glenn Greenwald was really going after Sam Harris about being Islamophobic, which I think was righteous and a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But apparently he's all against this stuff now. But anyway, let's just play a little bit more of this back and forth.
I can look at the tweets and see that this person has said that. Like, I know that it's not false. I know that they definitely have put people's lives in danger. I know that they definitely have smeared people as pedophiles that are absolutely not that. I can look at the tweets and see that. But in your case, it is demonstrably false. In the case where people are smeared as Russian collaborators, as agents, that is also demonstrably false.
Or people who are called fascists or racist or misogynist or anything else very, very casually. There's always an argument to make that someone has crossed some sort of rhetorical or argumentative line that makes them fair game to be unmasked. And all I'm saying is that no one is going to sit around and watch this tactic get applied on behalf of one side of the political spectrum against the other. Obviously, people are going to
pause it. I'm sorry. Just keep it up for a sec. I just have to make this point. He is just a center. He's making a centrist argument, but just making it a little bit more online.
Yeah, I mean, generally, I think there are certain people who write under pseudonyms on the left, and it's like, the case for doxing them is not as clear and present as the one to, which again, already making a mistake by using the word doxing. Reporting on the name that's publicly available of this freak who ran Libs of TikTok would be the same as, say, some anonymous writing Jacobin writer. It's not the same thing. And if people want to have, you can't have a position on this, in my opinion, that completely is entirely consistent without focusing on like what's the actual ideology and work being done here. And like I'd be against it, but if somebody from a socialist perspective has a pseudonym and they are influencing, say, Bernie Sanders and AOC in things that they're doing, and they get amassed, like I might not be happy about it, but like it's like Atrio says, it's like that's part of the territory. That's part of influencing politics on a mass scale. Is you are a public actor. Your identity is of public interest.
That most people on the left, the liberal left, defended the Washington Post here, said the Washington Post did a great thing.
I'm not defending the Washington Post. You will never catch me defending the Washington Post. What I am saying though is that A, this person exercised piss poor OPSEC, and B, I'm not going to throw any of my conscience or energy towards defending that person, because frankly, they were doing the exact same shit that they got caught out for.
Yep.
I mean, the difference is that all the videos that they were curating were ones that people put into the public domain using their names.
And so did she. She put herself out into the public domain by registering a .us domain.
There you go.
Boom. Good job. Good work there. Yeah.
It's yeah. I mean, it's really frustrating. A guy like Glenn, because he constantly drapes himself in principle, and everybody knows what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, like, it's just unbelievable.
Well, he's honestly, everything that motivates him seemingly is just like aggrievement about being slighted by some sort of like liberal. And
he's an anti-liberal. Yeah, exactly.
And Taylor Lorenz called him an online influencer in his piece, where he confirmed the Libs of TikTok creator's name. So that's the reality of the situation. He felt embarrassed, and so now this is the hobby horse. And
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to allow him to just be like, this is about principle. What if it happened on the other foot? No, you are a fan of that account, Glenn. Like that's actually like more interesting to me. Hear you defend, like, saying you like that account, than it is like whatever bullshit you want to talk about operational security and identity protection. Like, what's interesting is that you were promoting a hate account, and like, I don't know. I think you should be more embarrassed about it than trying to defend the thing.
Solidarity.
No, it's okay. Cap, no fun. Context is everything. If someone's goal is helping people, it's fine for them to be anonymous. If someone wants to kill trans kids, we need to know who we are fighting. Yeah. Dave from Jamaica. Glenn Greenwald turning into Sam Harris has been something to watch. Yeah, I think he's more like, he's Barry Weiss, basically. Greenwaldo.
But the Sam Harris stuff is very funny when he gets, he's all on this jag of the left is just so fast to smear people as misogynists and racists and this and that. But when Glenn was, before he made his turn, he made complete currency off of promoting people's criticisms of Sam Harris, which were good criticisms, by the way. Like, because Greenwald was at that point laundering himself.
That's how I was introduced to Greenwald. I remember, I was a teenager, I think, when that Sam Harris thing came out, or when he was rising to prominence. I thought I found him despicable.
Yeah.
And so that was, I think, how I really started consuming more of Greenwald's content, because I found that to be compelling.
Greenwald's a guy who, before he was blogging, did pro bono work for fascist legal work. And then when he started getting into blogging, he had to apologize for calling immigration a parade of horribles. And I think for saying, I think he apologized, maybe he didn't apologize for this one, where he was poo-pooing people in Brazil, leftists, he called collectivists, protesting Bush in Brazil. That's back in 2006. And then I think my sense, just to psychoanalyze him, is that he realized that wasn't going to pay in a sort of post-Bush world. So he became a more, he de-emphasized some of the more libertarian parts of his civil libertarian thing, and played, like you said, like dipped his feet into like calling out Sam Harris for Islamophobia. And I think some of this stuff about censorship that he's about is he's pissed that he had to self-censor early on in his career. And now he has enough money to say what he wants about certain things and not stand up for certain other things. Like I'll be a civil libertarian when it comes to the government overreach on the border, but I'll never talk about Title 42 with Tucker Carlson.
Sometimes Matt makes such a good point that I can't help but smile. That was one of those times. That was good.